If you're following Deaf vs. Heard, you might know Amber's got a friend named Eve Barlow. Some people say Eve's a journalist. Some people say Eve's in a relationship with Amber. But the one thing we know is Eve will not stop tweeting just about every day defending Amber while she says people should stop and leave Amber alone. This is her newest, and it says Amber Heard 2.0 is trending because MAGA freaks hate women. So many more of you should care about this, and so many more of you should speak up, and the longer you stay quiet, the worse it's gonna get for all women. Alright, now on this channel, I don't like to get political, but I gotta say this. I think this is a cheap use of politics to try to get people on your side. Here's the thing. Eve knows wherever you go, whatever you look at, half the people do not like MAGA. So she's trying to say to those people, let's get together here and be on Amber's side because MAGA freaks hate women. So if you don't like MAGA, then you should get on Amber's side. All the while, it's a completely separate issue. Now you can break this down into politics, figure out who's following Amber, who's not following Amber, who's defending her, who isn't, based on their political alignment. However, this is not the case. What she's doing here is really trying to twist things around and say, hey guys, if you don't like MAGA, get on our side. She wants to play the association game and have MAGA associated with people who defend Johnny Depp. So whether you're right or left or middle or whatever, you should realize this is cheap and this is a low trick. Hopefully no one's falling for it. For the record, I'm pretty politically centered. I might even start a channel on a side note, try to take the middle on things which people find it's impossible to take the middle on. But I digress, that's for a different time. You can't fight abuse with other forms of abuse. Well, who's doing that? Let's think about how Johnny Depp fought abuse. A court case, facts, and evidence, and spreading those facts and evidence, and keeping quiet. No one mentions this. You know what? Johnny kept really quiet for the whole time since Amber accused him. Look at Evan Rachel Wood, spreading everything she can out there, trying to get public opinion on social media, on HBO, in interviews. That's more of a sign of guilt to me than innocence. If you're innocent, you let the facts speak for themselves and you're mostly quiet about it. And that's the smart thing to do. You don't want to flood your opinion out there and push it in people's face and say how you're right. No one likes that. Well, no one should like that. Of course, Amber fans don't seem to mind. Although I will say Amber herself has been more quiet than some people, especially in the later halves of the case coming out and the progress of the trial. And then Dr. Charlotte Proudman says this, which Eve retweeted. People are delighted about Amber's downfall. A YouTuber called Matthew Lewis is seemingly set to make $64,000 a month for dragging Amber in his videos. Take a minute to process that. A man is about to make a lot of money for humiliating a woman online. Well, what are the videos about? They're about court documents and proof and evidence that Amber defamed and abused Johnny. Now, if Amber didn't do that, there'd be no videos. What are we going to talk about? Aquaman 2? Mera? I don't think so. The problem is Amber Heard put all this stuff out in the world and people reported on it. She didn't have to do that. Imagine she never accused Johnny of abuse. What would happen? Here's what would happen. We'd look at her. We'd be like, she used to be married to Johnny. All right, now she's an Aquaman 2. All right, you know. Maybe some people would get a bad feeling, wouldn't like her, but it'd be normal. So the fact that you do it to yourself never comes up for these people, ever. They never take responsibility on their side at all for anything. And then Eve keeps going on and on about semantics and the word use of pledge and donate. Notice that Lizzo is pledging $500K because that's how people talk when they donate huge amounts of money to charity, and F yeah, kudos to Lizzo. So you're using Lizzo as an example for something negative, and you're giving her kudos. Well, here's the thing. The thing Eve doesn't mention, nobody mentions. The point isn't necessarily about the word usage. The bottom line is whether the money was actually donated or not. That's what's never mentioned. So let's think about it. I don't know Lizzo very well, but I'll take a wild guess. I would bet that Lizzo is gonna pay that money. And if it's over time, you'll probably see payments going forward over time. 100K here, 75K there, and after about a year or 8 months or something like that, it will be paid off. The problem was Amber didn't pay it off at all after over a year went by. So Eve, include the full spectrum of information. You've still got room in that tweet there to say so, but you don't, because you know you're wrong. That's my opinion, but it's also a fact, proved in court. And then Eve retweets, new, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard did not reach a settlement before today's deadline. The jury verdict was entered. Heard now owes Depp millions of dollars. A spokesperson indicated she plans to appeal. All right, this might be a little old, but I love reading that over and over. Heard now owes Depp millions of dollars. Sounds good to me. Sounds like justice. And this one, Eve retweeted about the supermarket. Again, Dr. Charlotte Proudman. Shock, horror. Woman goes shopping. As she picked out salmon, a spy tells us she wasn't talking with anyone. She wasn't even wearing makeup. Everyone left her alone. Leave Amber alone. She wasn't wearing makeup. Didn't she claim in court she always wears makeup? Wasn't that one of the main points? Amber always wears makeup, so you never saw the bruises. But here she's caught going out, and some of her biggest offenders are agreeing she doesn't always wear makeup. Wow, look at that. Dr. Charlotte, you dropped the ball without knowing it. And let me say this also about this topic. People take pictures of Amber, to be honest, yes, to get their name out. Yes, there's ad revenue. Yes, there's money. But it's not only that. Amber has set these things up herself. She's had paparazzis called up multiple times to tell the paparazzis and media sources where she is so people don't trust her. And that's why they keep clicking on news like this to see if it's legit or if she's pulling something over again like she did recently with TJ Maxx. So it's not all about just following her and taking pictures. No one actually cares she's in the supermarket. What people care about is the intentions and whether this is a setup again to gain money from just her fame and set it up and make it look like she's being bothered. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Depp vs. Heard, Manson, Ezra Miller once in a while has been coming up in the news. If you subscribe here, I'll be pretty happy about it. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Make a new video. Done for now. See you next time. So she knows about half of everybody from every section of a fan base or a following or whatever does not like MAGA. MAGA. Oh my God, man. I've been in Japan 15 years, so in Japan it's MAGA.